Test planning and strategy is a crucial aspect of software testing that involves defining the scope, objectives, approach, and resources required for testing a software application. It is the process of identifying the goals and objectives of testing, outlining the testing activities to be performed, and determining the resources and timeline needed to complete the testing process. Here are some key elements of test planning and strategy. Define the scope of testing. This includes identifying the features and functionalities that need to be tested, as well as any constraints or limitations that may impact the testing process. Set testing goals and objectives. This involves defining the testing objectives and the success criteria for each testing phase. Determine the testing approach. This includes selecting the testing techniques and methods to be used, such as manual testing, automated testing, or a combination of both. Identify the resources required. This involves identifying the people, tools, and equipment needed to carry out the testing process. Create a timeline for testing. This involves setting deadlines and milestones for each testing phase to ensure that the testing process stays on track. Define the roles and responsibilities. This involves identifying the roles and responsibilities of the testing team members, such as the testers, test managers, and developers. Difference between test planning and test strategy. Effective test planning and strategy is essential for ensuring that software applications are thoroughly tested and meet the desired quality standards. It helps to minimize the risk of defects, reduce testing time and effort, and ensure that the software meets the user's needs. By following a well-defined test plan and strategy, software testing teams can ensure that their testing efforts are focused, efficient, and effective. Test plan and test strategy are two important documents in software testing that help define the approach and scope of testing efforts. While they are related and often used together, they serve different purposes. Here are the key differences between test plan and test strategy. Purpose. Test strategy is a high-level document that outlines the overall approach to testing, while the test plan is a detailed document that outlines the specific tests to be performed and the resources required to execute them. Scope. Test strategy covers the overall testing approach, including testing objectives, test environment, and test automation, while the test plan focuses on the specific testing activities to be performed, including test case design, test execution, and defect management. Audience. Test strategy is usually intended for senior management and stakeholders, while the test plan is intended for the testing team, including testers, test managers, and developers. Time frame. Test strategy is usually created at the beginning of the project, while the test plan is created during the planning phase, after the requirements have been finalized. Level of detail. Test strategy is a high-level document that provides an overview of the testing approach, while the test plan is a detailed document that outlines the specific tests to be performed and the resources required to execute them. In summary, the test strategy outlines the overall approach and objectives of the testing efforts, while the test plan provides a detailed roadmap for the testing activities. Both documents are essential for effective software testing and should be developed in conjunction with each other to ensure a comprehensive testing approach.